Hi everyone. In this lecture, I will use another method to accomplish NoSQL injection using our exploitable application. Let's first run the NoSQL application and log in with user1 user. If I click on user info link, we see that the get user ID will return user information. Let's check the implementation of these methods in repository class. It uses a basic query and query the big integer ID field. If I log into Mongo and try this query with a valid ID, say with 2, which is inserted using initData JSON file, I see that it requires to use quotes around the ID. As you can remember, to make this work, I needed a small update in the web login module. I have changed the header template and created switch statement and put quotes around the ID to be able to query the data using user ID in NoSQL application. So if application name is NoSQL, it works with quotes around ID, otherwise works without quotes, as in the SQL injection application. Now if I check the logs, this time I use a JSON structure to directly run on Mongo, instead of using a var function. Okay, let's see if we can use of this JSON query to inject some data. In MongoDB, there is a regex option, which you can send for any string field. So for user ID field value, if I use regex with dot star, and with options with a small I, this will tell that I want to accept any string because of star, and also I want to make this match case insensitive with the option I. Okay, let's run this. Okay, we got an error. Let's check the logs. It says invalid character found in the URL. So how can we get rid of this? Let's URL encode this payload using the website we have used previously, urlencoder.org. If I get the encoded version of this payload, this time I got the results, and it's the first user in the database, and again it's the admin user details including username and password. Again, if I get the final query from the application logs, I can try the query on MongoDB console also to better understand why it works. Alright, we got all the data from users table, so the regex works. I have a star character in regex for ID field, and it returns all data from the users table thanks to this regex. Instead of regex definition, I can also use a shortcut notation /dot*/, which will do the same job with a shorthand, and it even doesn't require to URL encode the attack payload. In both cases, we get another user's information, which is the admin user as a bonus, being the first record in the database, as you see here. Great, I have accomplished another attack against MongoDB, this time using a regex function. Let's see the protection steps against NoSQL injection in the next lecture.